Hi, this is Farah. Today we're doing some cupcakes. So I'll show you how I'll do the cupcakes and then I'll be decorating them for Christmas. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so to make the cupcakes, we add 250 grams of butter to 250 grams of sugar and cream them until it's well combined, and then add 4 eggs. Every time we add the egg, we add a tablespoon of flour, and the flour is 250 grams. And to the eggs, we also add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Start by adding the butter, and then we mix it until it becomes creamy. Add in the sugar and mix it well on a low speed. And now I'm going to show you how to take the tip off. So what I do is I just take a knife and go through it. To fill the cupcake with the ganache, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hole in the cupcakes like this one. So first what I do is I insert this magic tool in and push in and squeeze and out. And there is the hole. And then I try to keep this bit on the side. And then when I fill with the ganache, I can close it so the buttercream won't mix with the ganache. So to fill the cupcakes with the ganache, what I'll be doing is using this cupcake filling tip and my piping bag. So first I'll be measuring how much it's going to get out. So I need nearly to cut till here. This is how it looks. Now to fill it in, the best tip is to squeeze it like this. And now fill it in. So here my ganache is not runny and not really hard. Now done with filling it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it and then start pushing down my chocolate. I'm going to squeeze it inside the cupcake. And again, after filling the cupcakes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push in the piece that I took out already. Find the recipe of the buttercream on my channel under the video called buttercream and ganache. So to achieve a flat top easily, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a dollop of my buttercream. I'm going to put it in the middle as much as I can and then start and spread it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Santa face. I'm going to make circles in ivory color and then put it on white icing and then mix. So now what I do is I'm going to roll it, a bit of corn flour so my fondant won't stick onto my mat, and start rolling. So I want it to be really thin, like 1 millimeter thin. My circle cutter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into circles. Now if my cupcake is a bit bigger than my circle, what is best to do is you take a circle and then just push it around the sides to make it a bit bigger. Make sure that you cover one side really well. Or if you want to do it all in one, a little roller, and you can roll it if you don't want to use your fingers. Then you can tip it up, put it on the cupcake. And then what you can do is you can get a knife and cut the excess edges. So because my buttercream is not really dry, it can stick to my fondant. I don't have to put any water to stick it on. So what I do is I just cut it. And here is Santa's face. Start doing the red hats using a red fondant. Roll it and then cut the circles. To make the hat, cut nearly like half of it, depending on how big the Santa face is. And here's the hats. You can make it wider or tighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush it with water, so making it as a glue to glue my red into the face. My brush, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water and brush it, we put the hat on. So here I got some excess. What I can do is I can cut it. Now after making the base of the hat, what we're going to do is we're going to use the white icing to make the other side of the hat and the beard and the mustaches. So we cut into circles. A circle can be used for more than one thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the beard. It depends how big is the space that you've got on the Santa. So for me now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the beard around half of the circle. So this part is the beard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut another area where it's going to be the little bit of the hat, which is this area. Do the hat first. Stick it on. If you feel that's too big, you can make it smaller. For the beard is I glue it and then just put it on. Now you start seeing the Santa coming to life. To finish off the hat, what we do is make a ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a sausage and then take a little piece out, then make it into a really nice ball. Brush, depends if you want it in the middle. I like it to the side, and then push it in. It says the hat. To make the mustaches, what I'm going to do is I roll sausage. So this piece, what I do is I keep rolling and it comes into this size. I take a little piece and shape it, water a little bit up, and then put it on. And here's the mustache done. In my mustaches, what I do is I did holes, one here and one, just to make them symmetrical. And then what I used is I used chocolate chips and I pressed them in upside down. To make a nose, so what I'm using is the ivory color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bowl. Depending on the size, like this one does have a space, but for this one it does not have a space. So what I'll be doing is making a smaller bowl. Brush the space. This is my little bowl, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it in. Now to make Snowman's face, I rolled my white icing, cut it into circles and put it there. If it's a bit smaller, it doesn't matter because we're going to do the blue hats. Making the hat for the snowman. So I got some blue fondant and I'm going to roll it and cut it into circle. And then start making similar hats to that, but which is going to be only blue. So that's going to involve a bit of a trick. Let's see. Rolled the blue icing into circles. Then what I'm going to do is cut half the circle. So we go around half here using the circle. So I take the top parts and then I put it on my, after I brush it, put it here. Now to make this type of shape, what we do is we take the circle cutter and then we push it a bit in here, same to the other sides, and then in the middle to the lines with a knife, or if you have the special knife tool, but a knife is best, and you go and do them. If you want them tight, you can do tight little lines, or you can do it as wide as you like till you finish it. Hats, what we do is we do a ball and then make little holes in it. So what I did is I took the blue icing, make the ball, make it big, a bit bigger, put the ball, and the hole maker, what I do is the thin face of it, and then I just go do 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 do. After making the hat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the eyes, so symmetrical holes, and then put my chocolate chip in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the nose, my leftover ivory. I do a little sausage, I cut it, I do a hole. The sides, I keep it out and I push the rest inside. And to finish off my snowman, what I did is I put some pink on his face and drew a mouth. I got my pink gel colour. I diluted it with a bit of water. Used my painting brush. For the mouth, I use the thin side. So what I do is I put it in from one side. The easiest way to do it, not to pull it, because it's not going to look nice. So you put it in and out, in and out. Make sure you make it smiley. This is the end result. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please subscribe below. Thank you.